Be honest. Who actually likes the word exercise? It's one of those words that feels heavy, like taxes or laundry. You hear it and you instantly need a nap. Let's be real. That word's been overused, misunderstood, and a little intimidating for way too long. So today, we're canceling it. That's right. In the spirit of cancel culture, we're officially canceling the word exercise. No workouts, no pressure, no wellness guilt, just movement. Because when you're anxious, overwhelmed, and running on empty, the trick isn't to push harder, it's to move smarter. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Hi, and welcome to Block Out the Noise, a space to quiet the noise of anxiety, self-doubt, and overthinking. I'm Jessica Davis, licensed therapist, mindset coach, and the creator of the Courage Method, a framework designed to help you show up as the most confident version of yourself. Also, before we dive in, I want to give you this quick reminder. This video is here to support and guide you, but it is not a replacement for talking to someone in real life. If you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a therapist. And if you're in crisis, contact emergency services or a local helpline. You don't have to go through it alone. Here's the thing about anxiety. A lot of it lives inside. Yes, it can show up physically, right? Like tight shoulders and, a knot in your stomach, feeling like you might get sick. But so much of it is internal. It's that energy that just sits there, builds up, and has nowhere to go. That's why you might feel restless, fidgety, or like you're crawling out of your skin even when you're not doing anything. And that's actually why movement helps so much, because it takes that energy and gives it somewhere to go. You're physically doing something to help your body release what it's been holding. Now, I want to talk about the word exercise, but just for a second, because I think it gets in the way. Exercise sounds like exertion. It sounds like a gym, a routine, something you're supposed to do, but probably aren't doing enough. Movement is different. Movement is dancing to a song in your room. It's going for a walk because the weather is nice. It's stretching before bed. It could be yoga, swimming, boxing, walking around the mall. It's just doing something with your body. And for teens and young adults especially, I don't want this to feel like another thing on the already overwhelming list. That is not what this is. This is permission to just move in a way that feels good to you. So if movement is so helpful, why don't we do it when anxiety is high? Here's what's really going on. When you're overwhelmed, your instinct is to escape. And that's not being lazy. That's your nervous system trying to get you away from discomfort as fast as possible. That's why we use video games, social media, TV shows, lying in bed. They give you fast relief, but it's not lasting relief. Movement asks you to put something in before you get something back. When you're already exhausted and anxious, that feels like too much. And I get that. That's most days for a lot of people. And here's what happens when you stay stagnant for too long. The tension that anxiety creates has nowhere to go. It just sits there, and the longer it sits, the harder everything else feels. The avoidance builds, the mood drops, the louder anxiety gets. Moving your body is one of the ways to interrupt that cycle. Let me explain what's happening in your body when you move just a little bit. Your brain releases chemicals called serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins. You've probably heard some of these before, but serotonin helps regulate your mood. It's actually the same chemical that antidepressants work to increase. Dopamine is tied to motivation, pleasure, and reward. And endorphins, those are the ones behind what people call the runner's high. Now here's what matters. You don't have to run a marathon to get this. Research shows that even 10 minutes of movement can start to lower anxiety and give your brain that boost it's looking for. A walk, a dance, getting your body going. Movement also lowers cortisol. your body's main stress hormone. When cortisol is high, everything feels more threatening, more urgent, more overwhelming. Movement literally helps bring that down. I want to share something because I've seen it work with client, and I'm not going to share any identifying details, but this really stayed with me. I was working with a teen who was dealing with a lot of irritability, difficulty focusing, and mood swings. Over time, as consistent movement became part of their routine, the shift was noticeable. Not perfect, not overnight, but genuinely better. It became so noticeable that the family started building movement into their daily schedule because they could tell the difference on the days that it happened versus the days it didn't. That's not coincidence. That's your body's responding to what it needs. I need you to know that movement doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be walking 10,000 steps. It doesn't have to look like anything you see on social media. The pressure around all of it is so real. And when things feel like pressure, sometimes they stop being beneficial. So let's just make it yours. If you love music, put on your favorite song and just move. One song is 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. If it's a nice day, go outside, even for 10 minutes. If you love shopping, walk around the mall. You'd be surprised how many steps that gets you. If you're into boxing, swimming, playing a sport, do that. And if getting out of the bed feels like a lot right now, start there. Don't get out of bed. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, move your ankles. That still counts. And here's something I used to do because I love TV. If you've watched the channel, you know I'm a huge TV fan and I binge watch shows all the time. But I would tell myself I had to walk in place during the episode. So still watching my show, still doing what I love, just adding a little movement to it. You can partner things you already enjoy with a little bit of movement, and it stops feeling like a chore. Even if you play video games, try standing up instead of sitting. You'll naturally move more because you're focused on the game, not on the fact that you're moving. The goal really isn't perfection. The goal is just not being completely still. And if you're that person listening and thinking, I genuinely hate working out, I'm not a gym person, I'm not athletic, this is not for me, I hear you. But I want you to hear this too. A lot of resistance isn't about hating it. It's about this have to mentality. I have to work out for 30 minutes. I have to break a sweat for it to count. I have to follow this set kind of program. None of that is true. In the beginning, all you're trying to do is get your body moving. And if you weren't moving before and now you are, you're already doing better than your before. You're not competing with athletes on TikTok or athletes in general. You're just competing with yesterday's version of you. That's the win. You don't have to do the same thing every day. You don't have to build a perfect routine overnight. You just need to start. And then keep finding ways to move in whatever form feels right for you as often as you can. Because what happens over time is that your body starts to remember how it feels after you move. And that feeling, that's what actually builds the habit. Not willpower, not discipline, but that feeling. So here's your one action for today. After you finish this video, or if you're going to watch the next one, which I challenge you, please watch the next video, help support the channel. Move your body as you watch. That's the key. You can stretch while you watch the video, you can go for a walk, and honestly, I would love to hear what you ended up picking for your activity while you watch the next video. Leave a comment, send a message, tell me what you did. Because if this video got you moving, I want to know. And if you have a couple minutes, I would truly appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel. Every time you do, it helps more people find this channel, and I would truly appreciate it. But even if you don't, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep moving forward, trust yourself, And never forget, you have what it takes to block out the noise.